Hey folks, Price is Wrong. I'm actually on my lunch break. I just want to mess around a little bit in my base, and maybe I might do a little bit of ranking. So let me get to it.
Welcome to Battle Vortex.
All right. Well, anyway, let's see here. I did want to go in my base, and we got these tokens. Oh, dang it, man! I just noticed when I'm looking down at my stream that it's my camera control there. I gotta zoom in a little bit. Let me see, controller, and just zoom in one time. There we go. That'll work. Hey, Foxo. Hey, Wiz, did you stop streaming, buddy? You didn't have to stop streaming. I was just going to go in here and mess around a little bit. On my shipyard, I hadn't used any. Hey, Eon, I hadn't used any of the tokens yet, so I still actually have all of my tokens, um, and I wanted to get in there and use some, and just to see what the experience is like. It's like right now, it's like I see on this Viper that I'm building, I've got less than 24 hours remaining. Quite honestly, I mean, I could definitely see me just using the 1 day token and being over it, but then I'd lose like 40 minutes, right? That doesn't sound like a tightwad, and I'm a tightwad, so I got to fix that. So anyway, maybe I ought to do a whole bunch of the little ones. I know they have the 12 hour, and then I have the 1 hour ones. Um, then I can only take it down to 23 minutes or 20 minutes. So I think I just want to go ahead and just use the whole day. Ka-ching. Yep, okay. All right. So sweet. It's done. Now, I know there's been a lot of issues now with the models, the new model system, and and I know there's been like a lot of boats that were retrofitted that have lost their retrofits. Like my Stingrays, for example, they all look normal now. So at this point, it's like if I wanted to put the paint job back on them, I think all I have to do is put them in for refit. There we go. And then I could put there's default model, and then there's the R5 model. So I can put R5 back on it. Equip, and it takes 2 minutes and 42 seconds with 1,000 of each resource. So, or I can just spend 2 gold. That's not going to happen. All right, so now it'll look like R5 again. All right, so now when I look at that fleet, I have one there that looks like R5, and then the rest of them still look like the regular. All right, so if I wanted to change the paint on each one, which I don't know, I can really see a lot of value in this system, and I say that because you can actually highlight different boats. If you have like this boat right here, for example, has got HB3 on it, and it's got the Reaver Bypass 3 on it. Reaver Bypass Chain Gun 3 on it, so that is separate from all the other boats. So if I wanted to, I could actually just keep it a different color, and you know what I mean, so that I can identify it easier. What else do I got? All right. Um, these boats look like they still have the same. Let's see here. They look like it's R5 already, doesn't it? It's R5 already. Yeah, so I don't have to do that one. Hey, Krill Sweden. I mean, I can see a lot of potential. Now, I know basically we're not going to get to like actually customize or anything like that. When I say customize, I mean like add our own artwork into the game, which, let's be honest, in this game you probably don't want to do that anyways because you'll have, penises and vaginas running all over the map. And We just that's just that says a lot about the maturity of our community. So yeah, you don't want to do that on here. And so, but I guess they're going to come out with different color packs. So, but anyway, let me see. I'm wondering if I have any other boats that are like. See, now these guys right here are still got they got the R10 on them still. Now my Guardian has changed. Let me change that. I'll refit that back. I think it's funny that I actually have to do that. Oh boy, you guys. What else do we got? I'm just trying to think of what other boats I have retrofitted. My Kodiak, that's still pretty. These guys are still pretty. So all of mine are still copper. I what else I got? My Hellstrikes, they still look like they've got the R10 paint on them. See, and these got default R10 and R5, and it's currently is set for R10. All right. Well, I think all my boats are good. I was just really curious about these new features. You know what I'm saying? I was really, really curious. And I guess now I need to do something else with my shipyard. I still have another Kodiak I need to do. Another Kodiak hull to build. My current Kodiak, let me see here. Ship designer. Let's clear that and I'll load. So I think I got my Kodiaks right here. All right, so there's my Kodiaks, but I'm going to go ahead and clear that off. And I'm just going to put a strike B on there for now. And build ship. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I gotta find another boat to scrap. Not a problem though. I've actually already had it ready. This guy here is going away. He's next. All right, let's go back in here and do this again. So now that was my last thresher. I've got no more threshers. Oh, I forgot to put the cool paint on it. I'll do that later. All right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and I didn't get any dredges. I'm loaded up on uranium, so I really don't have room for any. But I'll probably go out and just rank a little bit with the proto. Trying to think, was there anything else new that I wanted to check out? And I don't think there is. So how is everybody today? Everybody good? I know Wizard's got allergies. I'm not gonna lie, man. The weather's been messing with me too. It really has. My eyes. I mean, I just feel pressure all the way around my eyes. My wife has even been like messed up. My wife has been. So yeah, dealing with the weather's been a chore. I do have a salty dog, I think, but I'm not going to use it right now. I don't know. I probably could have used it. I'm just looking at the clock right now. I got time. Maybe I go park this bad boy and give it a shot. Nobody's peeking me yet, looking at my battle. So usually when people start looking at my battle, then I start worrying about ninjas. Hey, Magic Booth, Boothy. Um, I'm in sector 37, I think. Let me dock this thing real quick. 10. It's a 10. It's incredibly difficult. All right. Let me just hit repair on that real quick. I put a crew on it. Salty dog. Confirm and launch. That's cool. So we're not too far apart. Yeah. So hopefully you're not one of those fans that have got to like try my fleet or try my base. I got a lot of those kind of fans that they see prices wrong and they're like, oh man, I got to go see if I can sync his fleet versus fleet with him or whatnot. And I'm like, I had my Nash's Lightning Carriers ninja'd with Phantom Nighthawks. I nearly won. It was really freaking close. I had killed 4 of his boats, and he only had a little bit of health left on one before I died. So, and I don't put a guard in my base. So if you're looking for a sport, I'm not it. Now, if you're just looking for bragging rights that you sunk Price's Wrong's base, then I think my bubble will be popping later today. Hey, G Daddy. I actually got my cat and battery up to R7 now. I was been doing them since R5 though. It's funny you asked me that, Eon, because I don't know. I'm right now the main thing that I'm thinking about trying to do with it is I've actually been working on a plan for believe it or not, getting more proto-mastodons, and and I was thinking if I could get this thing right here and park it right on top of the Kraken, I should be able to win no problem. But and I was thinking about building some monarchs to do that, to help me do that rather, because I wanted to do like a wake module monarch, and then a subsonic mark to keep it from doing the deep dive. And but then I have 4 monarchs, so I also thought about using one for like armor bypass. I think it was armor bypass, and then there was the purple one. The There was a purple one too that I think minimized the damage of the whatever was of the enemy inside of its field. And so I thought about I was actually trying to come up with ideas for all 4, using all 4 of the boats, all 4 of the monarchs to help me get the proto in there to park it on top of the Kraken. Can you build to me next raid? Oh, move to me. I I don't know. I get a lot of people wanting to do that, and I don't, and not everybody has the best intentions. They'll tell me one thing and really mean something else. So um, I'm not very trusting, and I apologize for that. It's just kind of the nature of the game. I do have some of my folks on here that I have friended on Kixeye. But in the game, the only friend requests that I really accept are mainly from my alliance, and anymore because I have way too many people in my friends list, and relocating is a chore, man. It is so freaking difficult to relocate to your alliance anymore. 103. Well, I'm game, man. I could probably relocate again on Thursday. So maybe tomorrow I can relocate because I think, was it Thursday that relocate was turned on? Because I jumped as soon as it was turned on. And Lord knows, man, I got enough people here in this sector screwing with me, man. I'm like, I mean, I've got like dock snipers and everything here. This has been a rough sector to be in. It really has. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Even on kick side, I mean, I just said I don't know you, and um, just the idea, and it happens, of me fronting somebody and having them port to me for them to do nothing but to, grief my doc all week. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not personal. It's just I just have a hard time trusting people in this game. I have all kinds of fans, and they're not all good ones. I love how this thing put splash. The Proto Nemesis put splash on all the missiles, man. I love that. I mean, just to know that you could pretty much auto 71s with that thing is pretty awesome. Thank you, Mixter. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Magic Booty is that I do hear that exact argument all the time, and I just hear that a lot. Now, I mean, if you are a regular on here and it's like I see you outside of the outside of the Twitch stream and all that stuff, then maybe in time I could probably trust you a little bit more. It's like Foxo here, for example. He uh, he jumps to me all the time. I think his base is like right down here. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's Fox's base right here. Yeah, not all attention is good. And I mean, I've had people come on here and just to troll my chat and my base and all that stuff, and then get mad at me for not streaming their hit on my base or whatever. So I'm just saying, man, the stuff that you wouldn't think would happen has happened on this stream. I'm just saying. I know it's forced me to do a bit of growing, not necessarily in the right direction, but I level 52. Oh, you can send me your friend request. I mean, I got like 90 more sitting in there. Yeah, it's just random. It's whenever I get time to get on and play. I could have got on and played yesterday, but man, they were out here in force yesterday. I had actually learned that um, Panda, Kung Po Panda, had put a hit out on me and my wife. Not really a hit out, but he was just looking for people to come uh, pester me and my wife. And he was trying to find people to come sink our fleets. And for no apparent reason, I guess, just to give him a chuckle. But it's like whatever brings him joy, I guess, even if it's the misery of others. Oh, now I got a looker. Oh, it's just Clam Digger. But yeah, he was basically. I mean, I've been in a bubble because I got smashed by another fan yesterday. and but a good fan. He's a good fan. He just, you know, wanted to smash my base, and but so because Panda couldn't hit me, he basically kept going and sniping my wife's stock over and over and over again to make sure she couldn't play yesterday. Yeah, yeah, he visited a lot of people yesterday. You know, he had that one guy. There was another Gimps that was with him that was over here hitting bases too. That guy's banned today. Wiz. What was that guy's name? You remember? No, not no. The guy that was Gimp's guy that was over here yesterday hitting. That wasn't Panda. No. We got a reptile in NBK, but his name began with an R. I just couldn't remember what it was. But I know his base showed up on the ban hammer today. Yeah, I've had they were trying really hard to get me a day before yesterday. If you watch my stream, um, they were trying really hard. One guy actually ended up getting me with his Phantom Nighthawks. I don't know how he did, but because basically, you know, I was just going to a target when I stopped it. I clicked attack, so my fleet went up to it, and it started glowing red. But it started glowing red with his Nighthawks, and not glowing red with the salvage that I was hitting. And I ended up killing him. He said he would never do that again because I guess he assumed that I'd be an easy mark. Rapture, that was it. Thank you, babe. My wife remembered Rapture. See if I can find some more 71s to hit. Wow, they're all popped. We got there. It's 51. Yep, yeah, Hammerhead got banned. These chords are 21927 by 456. 21927 by 456. What's going on in sector comms? That's the guy that was hitting, trying to hit that other base, right? It's in our comms. Hey, take care, Eon. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Eon, I got a question for you. Somebody told me, I don't know if I should ask you on here or not, but somebody told me that you were Kixai. Is that true or false? Mm. A 71 chords? Oh, is that oh, okay. Is that like something that's not hit yet? Yeah, I'm just going to trying to see what I can hit because I got my put a salty dogs on. Yeah, and Magic Boothie, something else too. I know I've had people that will jump to me and then just ask me to pop cargo for them all the time. So I'm not quite kind of really sure what it is that you'd be looking for jumping to me. If it's help during the raid, even I'm probably not the guy, and I only say that because I get that a lot, and it's expensive enough just doing my own raid. You know what I mean? And I'm not one that will coin for other people because I don't like coining for myself. Oh, my wife's out here popping or opening car, picking up cargo. Thank you, babe. My wife's awesome. Yeah, I get a lot of people that you know they have just different ideas of what's going to happen when they jump to me. You know what I mean? As long as you keep your expectations down to nil, we'll be fine. But if you jump into me for personal attention for whatever reason, you're probably going to be disappointed. In case I don't understand what are you actually going to are you wanting to like open up platforms to help people get a proto? I mean, is that what you're going to do, or are you just kind of hoping that four people will jump in and one will jump out and let you in, so maybe you'll win a proto? And I'm only asking is because that's probably not going to happen. Usually, people invest. I know I did. I spent like over about 630 gold last event to open up the sector targets, and it took us what 3 days, something like that, and we didn't get it open till Sunday, and we didn't get it open till Sunday. Now, granted, it took like 14 hours to kill them all, but um, no more protos were awarded after the first 3 hours. And a lot of people were really upset because they spent a lot of money to get that sector store open. And people were doing that. They were like little guys trying to hop in to the platforms that they were prepping and taking their spot. And obviously that was denying them their opportunity to get the proto that they worked hard for that opportunity. So I think the only reason I got mine is because I got mine fairly early. I think I was like the fourth one in our sector to get one. Something like that. So I'm just saying, just from a fairness standpoint, I mean, if that's what you're wanting to do, platforms, I mean, it's one thing if you can kill a platform, you know what I mean, and contribute. But I don't. I know some really strong 50s, so I don't know if you think you're really strong or not. If you are really strong, then you could definitely, you'd probably be an asset. And you only got 10 minutes to kill those platforms too. And it usually takes multiple fleets. So you're going to have to be not only have strong fleets, but some decent amount of coin to back you up. Well, I'm just not sure that I understand what it is that you were after. You know, if you were talking about having a chance to get a proto, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not understanding correctly, and I'm assuming too much. I'm playing my game, and when I'm looking over here, that's when I'm seeing the chat. When I'm looking over here is when I'm looking at my game. I did finally get a stripe on my proto. I don't know if anybody noticed. I was pretty happy about that. My Spectre there's been ranking up too. I think that's really sucks about strike missiles. There's not much boom. It's like a soft kill almost. Crap. Let's see here. See if I can find any more. La la la. Let's see here. Yep, I'm on my way. Probably ought to put like a map navigation arbiter in there to help me get across the map a little quicker. What kind of fleets you got, Magic Boothy? What's your best hulls? Oh, Mixter, it was really cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually watched that video probably back 10 times myself. It's terrible, you know, because I'm not one to be full of myself or anything like that. But I watched that video back. I probably watched it like 10 times already. Yeah, it was a pretty awesome video. It was just awesome, you know, seeing the whole thing. It was pretty great. Oh, Nighthawks, nice. V2Hs are good too, man. That's pretty awesome. Sounds like you got some really nice boats. V2H is really good boat for your level because it can help you do so much and it can help you get a lot of your chores done at a pretty reasonable rate. So yeah, V2H is a really good fleet, and so are your Nighthawks. Very good prices. Oh, there's a Wiz. Oh, hopefully I'm not taking that from him. Oh, and there's more spawning over here to the right. Awesome. Babe, I appreciate you cleaning up out there. Yeah, it was a good video. Hey, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, didn't you say there was like something that could possibly bring you back? I can't remember what it was. Because you know they just added tokens. I know there was somebody else I was talking to that hasn't played in a few months. They quit back in December and they had a proto, but they're talking about it would actually take retrofit, a proto retrofit for them to come back. But I can actually see that happening now because they gave away so many. Lunch break. All right. You always got to come out of these things hot, man, because you just never know, man. He's waiting out there for you. You got hellhounds? Yeah. Yeah, I got, I actually have every hull blueprint. I have every one. And but yeah, hellhounds are one of those that I won't build. Just because the build time is ridiculous and the repair time is ridiculous. The repair time only gets reasonable, and not even, I'm not going to say reasonable, semi-reasonable, if you get it to legendary. But getting it to legendary is not reasonable. Yep, ranking the proto. 50,000 gold and lifetime free repairs. Heard that. Sounds like you're not coming back anytime soon. Thanks, Cyborg. Well, Magic Booth, yeah, I was probably prejudged you wrongly, and I do apologize for that. Sounds like you're probably really strong for your level, and so I apologize. Usually when you think of somebody in the low 50s, you just don't think they're very strong. Let's see. Oh, there's some more. Everybody signed up for the Forsaken. You got everybody registered for the Forsaken Arena tournament. Starts tomorrow. Isn't it tomorrow? Your top 10, you can get the volcanic thingy right here. Captain or better. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Just because you have the hulls doesn't mean you have the armor. Well, the components to make it great. So that's true. Hold on, I'll show you. My wife just asked me where does it say what level you are in the Forsaken Arena. I think you actually have to go into the arena. Just looking at her screen in between my monitors. Yeah, you're a captain. 1328. Yep. Yep. And well, anyway, when you looked at that first screen and you saw that it had all of those Hellhound fleets up there, that told you already what um, bracket you were in. Oh, nice. A lot of people looking for that stealth armor. Combat rating is for the Forsaken Arena tournament mixture. Well, you don't have too many. I think there's only one more spawn of uranium. See if we can find some more 71s to hit. Yes, I'm actually on my way up there right now. Yeah. I just clicked the Forsaken Arena tournament icon at the top of the screen. It says I'm a Vice Admiral. My combat rating is 1574. I was actually 1630, but I had thought I was going to try to be slick and drop it a couple months ago. And but I'm like, when I realized 300 up or down, I'm like, it's really not going to impact the fleets that I'm going to be in there with. So I just quit doing it. All right, chords. 21863 by 389. Yeah, I really enjoy the Forsaken Arena tournaments too. You know, I think if it didn't cost uranium to play, um, for the damage protection, and you could make uranium that way, I would do it like all month long. If I could go in there and make uranium, I would do it all month long. If you got 40% return on your damage protection, I would do it. I do it constantly. Is that making some noise in the game room? You hear it? Is that the dog? I don't need uranium. I'm at 193,000 right now. My wife said she was going to get some uranium, some dredges, and I told her there was one more spawn remaining, but I don't need any uranium. I'm good. Hey, Icelandic, how's it going? Oh, oh, I guess you're talking about the Forsaken Arena too, though. Magic Boothie. Maybe that's what you're referring to. The Yeah, the thing is, it's like, if it costs 10%, basically my uranium, if I go in there to buy damage protection, it costs me like 2,800 uranium. It's a bit of it's a chunk. It's a chunk, and then I can get some of it back, up to 90%, um, during a regular Forsaken Arena during a regular Forsaken Arena match. Well, that's weird. Oh, there it goes. I can get 30% back for each win. So up to 90% for 3 wins because damage protection is good for 3 matches. But anyway, um, now if I could make uranium though, I would do it all the time. But uranium is generally pretty valuable. Yeah, it's repaired. I uh, I just been slow repairing it a little bit here and a little bit there, and eventually got completely done. I didn't play it all yesterday. It just we had there was somebody Panda, like I said, tried putting the hit out on my wife and I for some reason yesterday. He was trying to ask people to come out here and give me and her a hard time, and so I just didn't put it out on the water. You know, I just didn't bother. I just let it repair, and I just didn't play it all yesterday. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm really thinking that's probably the best use for it is Forsaken Arena tournament. Quite honestly, I really am. I'm thinking that's probably the best thing to do with it. I think the best thing to do would be a guard, but the fact that it takes 2 days to repair without any armor means that if that was my base guard, my base takes a day and a half. Just saying it'd be really really expensive a base guard. So I think Forsaken Arena tournament's probably the best use for it. Thanks, Dr. Phil. You take care. Yeah, I don't know about putting an Arbalist on there. I think it's got the missile buffs that are on this thing are pretty awesome, man. It's got a really nice missile reload, and then it adds splash to missiles. So yeah, I can't imagine building this thing without missiles. Let me see what my crew looks like. 10 minutes. Yeah, I can't imagine building this thing without missiles. I mean, I sunk a Phantom Nighthawk fleet that tried to ninja me a couple of days ago. Yeah, turret and siege. Yeah, and because it's splash, it doesn't have to be that accurate either. So I I probably wouldn't really even need a crew with it. You know. Yeah, I get that a lot, man. I get that a lot, man. My raid call. I have a raid call that I set up, and it's called the BFF raid call. It's a BFF room or whatnot. It's kind of the joke, is because I do get a lot of people that have a strong desire to be best friends, and you can't have that many best friends. You just can't do it. And not to mention, my wife is my best friend, so that spot's taken already. Did you get a PN2 Icelandic? It's going to be a flagship for your cargo holders. Dang, man. So you're lucky too, huh? Oh, yeah, I guess Magic Booth, you wanted me to explain. I'll explain this whole fleet strategy here in just a second. I'll do it in the next target. All right, then I'll just go through this whole thing here. All right. All right, well, obviously this is a 5-boat fleet. The Proto Nemesis is the flagship, which it can only be a flagship. It can't go in any other spot, so I can't hide it behind a gunboat or anything like that. You can't do that. If you have a proto, it's going to be on the water. And all right, number 4 boat right here is my Viper. Okay, and the reason why my Viper is in there is because it has 80 thermal range. That way, if I manage to get ninja'd by some Phantom Nighthawks or any sub, I will be able to shoot them. Or I'll be able to see them before they can shoot me. And if I can see them, then I can shoot them. With both my Proto Mastodon and my Proto Nemesis, will both be able to fire at any subs that are visible. And like I said, my Viper makes them visible. The Spectre that's running up in the front, it's actually got no armor on it. It's got a Reaver Scout engine to make it fast. It's got one torpedo on it, which is the Assault Torp B, I believe, and then it has Cat 3. No, it doesn't have any Cat 3. It has the Reaver Scout engines, one special. The other special is Nautilus Battery 3. So that gives me more submersion time. So that's all that's on there. It just the boats in these targets are not able to hit submerged subs. And so as long as you're able to keep your sub submerged, it's safe. And if it's visible, because I've got 0 cloaking on it, so it's visible, that means they're going to shoot at it before they shoot at anything further away. And so that's the point of the Spectre sub in there. What else is in here? I also have the I have the Proto Mastodon, which is really just in here for extra firepower in case I need it. Okay, that's really the only reason the Proto Mastodon's in there. And then I have the number 2 boat is my Countermeasure Triton. The Countermeasure Triton has just one shot Q mortar so that it will move forward on its own. And the rest is it's got 6 anti-mortars in there and just 2 phalanx is all that's in there. And that's really just to help cover my proto against mortars. That's really all it's for. Because a lot of times the mortars off these boats will shoot right over. Because the Reaver Scout engine, my weapon range is cut in half, so my Spectre sub gets really close. And so a lot of times the mortar, that'll put the Spectre inside the minimum range of the mortar, so the mortars will then fire over at my Nemi. And if they do that, then the Countermeasure Triton is there to collect that mortar. Pretty cool, right? Let's see here. I've got 4 more minutes on that thing. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's always worth building a Triton, a countermeasure Triton, always. I have three. They're not all built well. I probably could all use a refit. Um, a lot of people seem to think that I'm a perfect boat builder, and that's far from the truth. Um, I lack the practical experience that a lot of the people I surround myself have. So I try to get advice when I can, but sadly, a lot of people in my alliance kind of shut me out because they're worried about me sharing alliance secrets, as far as builds go, and so I kind of they don't share everything with me. Some people I can get to give me advice, but usually I have to do that on a one-on-one to get advice. Because if I ask the group, usually don't get much, doesn't get much attention. So it's a lot more work to try to get help, get advice on building. It's a lot of work. I get a lot of people send me builds too without me asking. So I get a lot of people sending me builds, but they're not all good. And no armor at all on the Proto Nemesis Pressure Man. No armor. What's that a build of there, Icelandic? Is that a proto? Got 1 minute left on my crew. So this probably be my last target right here then. Because these things take about a minute. Icelandic, are you on the Battle Pirate Nemesis page? You should join it if you're not. I'll send you a link if you want. Got lots of great tips on there, man, for proto nemis. Okay. See, I did. I gotta go back to work. Work's killing me today too. It's like all database entry stuff. I got like this new IP management system. I and Man, it is a chore just moving IP space over into it. It's like been killing me. All right, making sure no glowing red stuff going on here. I think I'm safe. All right. Well, I got 1698 VXP. Says I still need 1137 more. Um, 3229 for the next rank. That was a pretty good jump. Pretty good jump. Not bad. What was I going to show? Oh, I think I was going to look at this build right here real quick. Oh, you like your assault missiles. I heard that. These ought to be pretty awesome. Well, I'm guessing you're not worried about combat speed. 11.7. That's definitely a fleet versus fleet build if ever I saw one. I don't know if I'd waste time with the D4Ps, putting the sonar armor on there. Oh, I see you got sonar targeting and everything on there. So you got your sonar up to 132. You know, what kills me is that the Reapers can still have 99% 99% cloak efficiency over 99%, and which just means that if you take that 132 and plus its base is 55, so that's like 187, and then take just 1% of that would be the viewable range, and so basically they can still get all the way, within a land tile of your fleet without you seeing them, even with all that sonar. Well, cool. Coolio. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, guys. I got to get back to work, and yeah. Well, I was just trying to explain to him now. I mean, he's still going to rely heavily on the thermal, but it looked like he was putting a lot of extra weight on that boat trying to get the sonar up. Yeah, and I definitely agree. There's no torpedoes that have got range longer than 80, and but I guess if you can detect before that 80, and your missile range, which would be 96, I think 96 assault missiles plus solid fuel booster 3 off the proto, then obviously if you could see them further out, then you could be able to shoot at them. But you're going to shoot at them at 80 at the least. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, guys. Y'all have a good evening, and I'm gonna do shout outs. We got Devil Hammer 666 on here, G Daddy D, Icelandic Bastard, Jay Mori, Kangaroo North, Krill Sweden, Mixter BP, Foxo, Pressure Man. Oh, here we go. Scanderchin, is that Scanderchin or Shanderchin? And then Wizard 1032. Um, Appreciate all y'all guys coming out, hanging out with me during my lunch break, and watching me rank the proto a little bit. So, talk to y'all later.
The price is wrong, bitch.